before the golf game starts, you have gone for secret training. You have worked on your weaknesses. You know your chipping sucks. You would spend 2-3 hours a week going for chipping. You will go and get a coach and work on your chipping. And when the tournament starts, the results will show. So, and that's life as well. Before you meet your customer, you will prepare all the options A, B, C. If the customer is a conservative spender, you take option A. If it's extravagant, you take option C. And you've got a moderate solution. So all this is prepared already. So that you can close the deal immediately, without giving him a chance to go back and reconsider. Then you go on. Whereas the sloppy agent or sloppy salesperson who goes there, okay, then the customer says, I'll go back and think about it, and you probably have a 50% chance of loss of sale. So those are things.
Here from the marketing man here. Okay, change is tough, but making things happen even harder. Okay, this morning I came here and actually I came quite early, about 10 o'clock. I saw you guys having fun. After a while, I went to my room. Okay, this is $1 million. $1 million proposal. Okay, another thing is when I came here at the time, it seems that Tron is facing this problem for quite some time. This is the medical bill. Okay, so he's facing the challenge with the people that having a dark inside mindset. Okay, that means in other words, every month for the right time to come, they start calling me. Okay, it happened that why I spent half an hour to get this thing out. The latest so-called the claim is done already. That is for him. So you see the difference. See, I just want to give you a quick advice: is mind your own business. Okay, spend your time quality people. I give example. Just imagine surrounding people with Michael, Chris Wade, Ben, all the high-level people. Anytime, when you invest your time with them, you besides learning a lot of things from them. Okay, you also can get a lot of business from them. And I don't believe that you invest a lot of your personal time with the right people, you are unable to get it back. If you get it back, it's a matter of time. So I'm a marketing man. I spend a lot of time with a lot of friends, but of course I get some time later. They are playing against a group of doctors and the bankers. Okay, so when once I settle this, I will still come back for the game because I'm playing with a group of doctors. That means I have a chance to actually market my product. You see the difference? So I invest my 2 hours with them before I proceed to the dinner tonight. Yeah, I spend the 2 hours, but things might happen because I see someone that actually come and ask me, hey, I want to know more about this policy or that policy. You got it? Because our game, actually the game is called prospecting. So people to us is very important. Right? If you run out of people, that means in other words, what is you will nobody talk to, even how skillful you are, how knowledgeable you are, you will nobody sell to. Yeah? So your actual challenge is where to get those people that earning an income of $500,000. How am I get to know these people? Right? So from there will be easier. Okay, I give example like this. If let's say I can afford and then the next membership I'll get it to be a SICC. You know why? Island Country Club. The present value is about 200,000. 225. Okay. Those people that can afford either a corporate so-called the director or those individual businessmen. So just imagine you spend 7 to 8 hours over there to participate in their activities. You get to know them better. Then the opportunity is always there. But it's a different kind of level. They are not talking about $100-200 a month. They are talking about if I can set aside $300,000 or $200,000 a year the premium, what can you do for me?
I can help you now. You can leverage on him when he take off, PE and you bring 2 of his friends. You are blind, then you play.
I think you should teach them. No,
No, you play this way.
oh yeah.
Ah, he said bring flow is for fine.
So any more questions?
They sit down there very quiet. Any questions over?
In the center, you problem.
My name is Scott. I have a question for Miss Sing Lei. Many people in AA are doing jaw knocking. So what makes you different from the rest?
I would say what makes me different. This is something which I realized, but I'm not sure whether it is a true fact. Okay, everyone door knocks. We do door knock every day. We get results. But why? I feel that it's because right when we knock, we get the leads correct. Do you guys actually call back the clients, or do you just leave it aside? That leads that you knock for people who are not home. The sole breadwinners that you get the numbers and everything, do you all call back or do you all just knock every day? I do call back these leads, and these leads are the ones that I can potentially close $1,000 over a day. That is what I do. So that is what I feel that is the difference lah. So I'm not sure because I heard feedbacks from people saying that, hey, how come I don't do this and how come I do the same thing, knocking, but how come I don't get the same results? So then I asked them, do you actually call back? And then they said they don't. They just purely just knocking. So I think that is one of the difference why I can actually close more sales than other people. That's one thing. Thank you.
How you maintain your energy?
What do you mean? Okay. But basically, I just think that nothing is impossible. Okay. Who says that a young graduate can only earn this certain number of this amount of money? Okay. Who say that we cannot earn $10,000 a month from A&H? Who thinks it's not achievable? I think it's achievable, but it's just whether you want it bad enough. Why I want this positive attitude is I believe because that ultimately I have a goal in mind. My goal is to be able to earn a passive income, A&H give us a passive income, without having to work after maybe 4 to 5 years and have an income of 7 to 10K. Yeah, by then I'm only less than 30 years old and I have a comfortable life for the rest of my 20 to 30 years. That is the plan.
10K, no, how much? 2.5 million. 2.5 million, you receive 7,755 dollars for the next 40 years. So if you get 2.5 million,
Such goal is very exciting, so that's what keeps me going.
I have a question.
I think the panel, right? Can you tell us the one idea is how you can help these people to move on to the next level? Each one idea each.
Ask your question for
Let me start first. Very easy. It's very simple, you know. You start with the working habit. What time? Okay, don't talk about today. Okay, let's talk about yesterday. What time you wake up? Anybody get up 7 o'clock? You see, Michael, Freeway, Ben. These are the I think it's earlier than that. So these people are all the successful people still wake up at that hour. Then what about you? What time must you wake up? I think most likely 4:30 in the morning. You know? Yeah, because you need more time to learn, right? So if you really want to have a wonderful life, okay, that is important. The basic discipline. I work for my working start is from Monday to Friday, but every day I get up 7 o'clock and I finish off maybe 12 o'clock at night. Saturday and Sunday and I'm sleeping there. Yeah, so you all must learn how to wake up early and do more things. Okay, my job done.
Okay, I specialize in door knocking lah. So related to that wise, right, is basically like what I told the interns in the fish tank, you have to persevere, never give up. Because this route as agents, insurance agents, is never easy. Don't give up halfway. Yeah, and then you see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I think you need to set targets for yourself. That's one thing that I always do. In fact, when I was listening to Joe Osteen from the States, he did say all of you should have a capstone. A capstone is something that you put up in your room that you can see, and you put that as a representation of the dream that you want to see come true. So, for example, I have on my capstone in my computer room where I spend a lot of time thinking and just doing work. Some of the goals that I have for myself is short term. So I could even have things like what I want my business to be in terms of sales, in terms of size, market cap. So for yourself, you could be setting short-term goals like for this year, how much sales do I want to generate for myself in the next quarter, or even a monthly, break it out a monthly. And then on the yearly, and then where do you want to be? Maybe division director in 2 years' time. You need to put those goals right down. You need to write it down in your journal. You need to put it down in the capstone in your house. When you do that, it's very powerful. Your mind, your entire spirit goes to work. You start thinking of ways, tactics, and strategies to achieve those things. You start getting there. But if you never write them down, you will never get that activity. So I think that's the most powerful thing I can share with you.
Dual purpose response. One is, I'm not going to let the earlier comment about, or question about direct sales go without response, because that wouldn't be fair to you. I think one principle I go by is open communication and honesty, otherwise you won't trust the company. We do direct sales for a very simple reason. We need to stay competitive. And things like travel and home is worth very little premium and even less commission. We're not trying to take the customer away from you, okay? But the simple fact of the matter is, what I'm complaining to these guys about is our online portal sucks. Full stop. It takes too damn long. Everybody goes, and I tried to buy a travel policy, confused the shit out of me. All right? What my point is, though, is if we're not competitive, we don't respond to what customers, how they want to transact with us, we become less relevant. I would much rather, on the occasional customer, choose to go direct with us than to go into UC. Okay, because that's when you lose the customer, and that's what I really don't want to happen. Okay, so I just want to be direct with all of you so you can understand why we need to have that functionality. We don't intentionally try and pull any of your customers away because we want to build with you, but we want to build on the main core advisory element of your business. Which gets me to my real answer to Chuan's question. I think, let me ride on Michael's wisdom just a little bit more, which is, and we're doing it at a corporate level as well. Setting goals need to be the building blocks of what you want to achieve. It's if you set your target too far away from action, it's harder to get there because it just becomes an aspiration. It's always good to have aspiration, but break it down to the building blocks of your particular business. It might be as simple as I need to knock on 20 doors a day. Okay? And if I'm finding that certain parts of the day is not effective, then I need to change my schedule and make it effective. So, how many doors am I going to knock? How many appointments I'm going to get? How many illustrations I'm going to do? How many medical underwrites it's going to turn out into? How many conversions I get done? If you track your own success and you benchmark it to the best that is down the table, you begin to understand which areas of your own practice you need help. And you ask for it. Okay? If you knock on doors and you never get anything out of it, your door knocking capability is not good enough. It just might be your introductory skills not good enough. If you get in the door, you get the illustration done, you get the underwrite done, but you somehow can't close. Is it your closing skill that needs help? Track your own success. Continue to work on the building blocks of your business so that every minute of your time is as valuably spent as possible. And you will get there. Okay? The other final note, don't sell a product, sell a need, sell a dream. Okay? But if you push a product, yes, you might get a sale. If If you push a product that the customer doesn't value, you'll get one sale. If you push a need and address that need, prove to the customer your value added. Not just where you sell multiple products to that one customer, that one customer will turn to many, because this is a referral business. Okay, how successful you are is how your clients, when next time around the neighbor says, hey, I need this, can you help? Hey, I got a great idea. Alright? So you want to build that trust, and the only way you do that is not selling a product, but you sell the need and the dream.
Thank you, Chris. Am I being closing? If you ask me, probably I'd write just one word is a bit different from my usual take is that network. Networking is very important. I show you why. Before this event, I actually came home from a networking lunch, which is organized by somebody whom Chris, myself, and Carson got to know maybe a few months ago. And this lunch has no purpose but just to contribute to funds and no purpose. There is a purpose, but without the purpose being articulated very clearly to the few attended. Those invited are chairmen and the CEOs of local company. We use using the question about lead quick. What we did is that we have a lunch inviting about 10 CEO and managing director of companies to come to lunch. All right. Kasian did a very good job to introduce Great Eastern because they all know about Great Eastern, but we tell them that Great Eastern has changed. And they all agreed, and we articulate why, because of the Lead Great program, and we share quite a bit of the Lead Great program, how we can help the customer, as Chris said, to live longer, live better, live healthier. And we even go to extent to say that they should consider using Lead Great program to their employees, because some of them have hundreds and thousands of employees under their company. And through that, we bring in Dr. Liao, Colin, to talk about employee benefits, marketing, strategic alliance. Well, you may say that where do you come in this aspect is that you can use Lead Great program to organize gatherings of your business associate, as a pretext to introduce the newly launched Lead program to your friends, acquaintances. Who knows? Alright, through the lunch, the 2 or 3 hours, alright, from just Lead program, everybody talking about growing business. Somebody look at me say, hey, can Great Eastern invest 100-200 million, or can we do something together on recruitment? One guy sat beside me is trying to work with me. He's actually in charge of a career portal. They just started last year. That he wants to work with me in terms of recruitment. And I say, hey, how about going to university? Because he is not out to make business. He's out to teach young people how to chart their career by offering a platform to learn where to take courses, what to do with their career. He's new to the market. He's asking me. I say, okay, let's talk about it. So what I'm trying to say is that networking is important because in this room, there's all young people. Young people spend a lot of time. 85% of you in the room spend more time on your iPhone and your iPad than talking to people. You are losing a chunk of business by not actually leveraging on networking. Networking requires face-to-face, eyeball to eyeball, sitting down to somebody who can help you in your business, or you can help you in your business, by talking to them. Staring at the iPhone, it helps to get on the edge of technology, yes. But you're not going to get business if you spend 85%. Study has shown 85% of people who use phone, who have smartphone, don't use the phone for calling. They use the phone to check Facebook, send SMS, and do messaging. The fundamental purpose of a phone has lost its meaning. No one uses phone to call anybody anymore, but it's called phone. I don't understand. Study has shown 80% of the youngsters aged between 25 to 30 do not use the phone to call anymore. So this is good news for you because those who learn how to network and those who spend more time on iPhone will get ahead of the curve. So my young friends, do something different from your peers and you will make your career a bit more different than those who does. Alright? So that's my advice. Thank you.
Boss, sorry, boss, thank you for clarifying. blank, or it's very blank. You leave it to answer actual objective and reasons behind it. Actually, it's quite difficult to find an answer like that. So maybe it's like, how you could communicate this. Thank you.
Okay, any more questions? We still have time. Seriously, we still have time. Okay. Royce, just now you put out your hand, right?
Yeah. It's okay. I'm Royce. Actually, my question is directed to Singing. I'm from batch IP9. May I know which batch you're from? 7. Right, so many of us here we actually would like to, actually myself, many of us here see as a role model. Yeah. So just like you said that perseverance is one of the things that actually got you started, right? So perseverance. So is there any other advice you can give us to us youngsters here?
You're so young, what youngsters?
Fellow youngsters.
Okay, one thing is because in this business we all want to earn money. We all want to be like in what? One case, $20,000, $30,000. Who doesn't want? I also want it. But the thing is, in this, I'm not those kind that has many rich friends. Neither do I have very rich family, relatives, and anybody. Okay, but if we were to just sit down there and think of how to go about doing such a large case, right? It will never bring us anywhere. Where? Because ultimately, while you're still living throughout this period of time, you still have to eat and all that. You still have to feed your family members. So, I'm not saying that for youngsters, right? You can actually go youngsters. For people like us, right? To start off in a business, you can dream big, but you have to be practical also. Okay, one thing is be practical. Don't just because that the business is this case A&H is small, you don't do. That's one thing. Okay, because I hear about people who are new in this business, they actually feedback to me saying that, hey, A&H, what can you earn from it? But what if I take and tell you that you can give a passive income of a few $1,000s after 1 year in the business? Will you do it? Yeah. Second thing is, other than perseverance, you really have to have like what Chuan always say, a purpose in life. Okay, so this purpose can be anything, so long as it drives you internally. Okay, it can be, if let's say there are those that is who wants a good life, wants to drive cars, those continental cars or have properties and whatsoever. If that is your internal driver, you really have to be focused on whatever they are doing. Or like you want to bring your family members overseas and everything, you need to have a clear purpose in life. Elsewise, even if you earn a lot of money, at the end of the day, you feel that, why am I earning so much money for? Yeah. That is what I feel. So,
Yeah, Alan?
I'm Alan, also from the IP9 Bank. I have a question from Mr. Ben Tan. You mentioned about the guy doing the recruitment thing, right? So do you have any, do you mind sharing any specific plan that you probably want to discuss with him about it? Maybe starting from the university that you said, or maybe starting from the halls or anything like that? Because I'm also involved in the hall, so maybe I also want students to be a part of this program also.
Yeah, very good question. Actually, when he introduced himself to me about actually his website is called Career Minded. I'm not too sure he was the inventor of iCalendar. You know, in the year 2000, maybe some of you are not born yet. But he was the inventor. Just kidding. I suspect he probably made a lot of money out of that and things like that. So he's now on the CSR and trying to help people. Yes, in fact, I told you says that we are quite big in campus, activities. I'm asking him, actually I did ask him to say that can we explore working through us to the universities. And I also mentioned hall, I said we're quite active. Actually, what you just said, I mentioned to the guy. He's interested, of course we didn't go into detail. straight away his grandfather said, "Tomorrow can I come and visit you?" I'm trying to set up a meeting with him very soon. And definitely, if there's going to do anything, I had intent going to the universities. And definitely, if we can leverage looking at the hall and all this, definitely we will not forget how the hall has supported us. And I think that's the time where we also want to give back to the hall leaders and back to AA also on this initiative. It's still something that I have not concretized yet. It's just a first approach. What I'm trying to say is that, who knows, when you organize that, it need not to be, CEOs or companies, you have your own round of influence, your own rounds of contact, and sometimes actually lunch and with no specific purpose or objective, you may end up with more purpose and objective, and actually you achieve more than what you originally intended. But yes, I have that very, very clear in mind because I would see that going back to campus and trying to educate and do something to help our future leaders from university will be the key fundamental objective of Great Eastern. And not just on recruitment, but also in terms of cultivating the brand and the positioning of the company among the mind, what we call the mind share of this future business leader of Singapore. So I take your point. Thank you very much.
Then you haven't show your ready to read, because you know why? Because you say you get him to read books.
Yes. Not that I not read, but I read more books in the last 6 months.
What I knew.
Yeah. read a lot.
Any help must always thank.
Did I talk about gratitude? I think I need to thank Michael. Because my wife went for the operation, it cost 29,000. I think the fee is not so fair. So I went to ask Michael. So Michael helped me to reduce the fee by 10%, which is very good. Right, Michael, thank you so much. So what I'm trying to put across is, every one of us, combined together would be better than any one of us will be. So leverage, right? So sit down and get asked them to help fund the trade diploma for me. Please for me. Anyway, Kim Wan also helped me to get the thing done today. Right? So I passed him. So I will also help company reduce to my 10% of the cost. That's only 10%. Maybe more.
Just now when you were talking, right, you mentioned about the plan that you were talking about. You had the option of starting your own business and 2 other options as well. You went through the 10 criteria in your decision making process. The situation among us, right, for some of us, they are in a graduate just from our social program. So right now, I think that we're very, very similar position. So, even the process of being gradually want to step on this path. So, can you share with us, right, what are your 10 criteria, right? Maybe some of the 10 criteria. And what in the end made you choose this path instead of the other?
Okay, so the most important criteria for people like you, which was similar for me, was how much money can I make? I mean, let's be very pragmatic about it. I think we said the same thing. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I didn't come from a very well-to-do family, so it certainly helps, because you're always born hungry and you always want to do more. So, how much money could I make from 3 options? Was number one. The second criteria I had, it's a little bit more altruistic. I wanted to know whether in the company that, in this option that I go upon, could I give stocks or shares to my employees? I wanted to enrich my employees in the process. So that was one of the decisions. And the third one, the other factor that was important to me was, could I bring people along with me, and as a result they could be blessed because of the new option. Those were the 3 criteria that was very important, it's very high up on the list. The first one I think was, okay, I don't think it's I'm the father of a young boy, happily married, so with any of those 3 options, affect any life. One of the other 5th option was that, would it also affect my other interests, would I still have time for my hobbies? So I mean, part of my hobby is obviously I have quite a nice social life. I enjoy hanging out with my church friends, going for the service on Sunday, and still having time to play golf and occasional soccer. Those are 5 factors. The other 5 were things like I don't remember, but I wrote down 10 things I remember, and I assigned a weightage, and I encourage all of you to assign a weightage. It means if you feel that money is very important, then rate it 5 out of 5. You know, in management school they teach you, at the end of it, you can actually do a weightage. You know, based on the scoring, you actually calculate. And you actually get a very scientific value. So that was what I went through. I encourage you all to do that. And then if you like sports that you may not see, then I would encourage you to sit down with people who care for you, who really care for you. Like it could be mentors from your social circles, from each church. It could be your parents, like parents. I understand sometimes it may not be so easy to talk to as then maybe you might want to talk to siblings, or even cousins, or even predecessors. Talk to people that you know, your seniors at your area, you know, even some way. He will guide you, because at least they traveled that world ahead of you. So these were certainly factors I went through together. And finally, I chose the option of obviously the most number of checks. Of course, one of my final checklists that I shared was that I actually checked the spiritual mentor. For me, it was a pastor, some of the Christians, and so they affirmed my option, so that they are lending a great deal of peace of mind. Again, I just want to tell you that any road traveled, especially if it's a less traveled road, initially will always be tough. The first 12, 18 months will always be tough. I can promise you that. So, you guys, I salute you for being self-employed insurance agents. Your peers will be working in banks, will be working maybe in insurance companies, and they've got a salary job. They could be chilling out at Zoom discos on Friday night, Saturday night, and actually that's the time you are expecting customers, right? So like what King Mat said, your work habits are key very important. You need to recondition yourself. I think all that will flow very naturally the minute you set targets. The minute you set monthly targets for yourself, you know that to hit those targets, you will change the way you live and the way you work. And yeah, everything will flow from there. The minute you set the targets, everything will flow very naturally. I hope that answers the question.
Last 10 minutes.
I'm Alex, also from the IP9. Mr. Chris, maybe if I may answer your question. Because it's not every day that I can talk to a group CEO.
You're right.
Especially for OCBC Bank, world's strongest bank for I just want to understand how you make decisions and do you have to make them fast? Because I'm a business student, decision making is very important. We go through some decision making theories like prospect theory, whatever. So I just want to know what runs inside your mind, how your thinks, how fast do you make decisions and who do you seek help if you need help? Thank you.
Thanks. Not an easy, simple. Let me first clarify, I'm not the group CEO for OCBC Bank. Decision making, I think at the end of the day, it really depends on the decision that needs to be made. And I think, let me try and answer you this way. There are going to be decisions that require an individual judgment. And it could be something as simple as, 2 of my team members have a disagreement on an issue. And you need to figure out which one is right. There are going to be decisions that are organization-wide, where although a leader can help shift the conversation in one direction, but really shouldn't be making a decision unilaterally. All right? So there's going to be a full range of issues, is my point. The principles that I follow is, first and foremost, is transparency. 2 is fact-based, i.e. non-emotional. So it's got to be based on information that is tangible. And if I don't have enough information to make a good decision, then you really need to make it knowing what your net risk is. Okay, so there are going to be situations where there's just not enough information, and you have to use your judgment at that point. Or always know what your downside risk is, so that you don't, you want to prevent the disasters. Okay, and chances are, also don't be afraid to consult the people that are around you. I have the benefit of a strong management team, people like Ben. I have the benefit of a strong board of directors, a very supportive chairman. I have the benefit of Sam Sien, who is the real CEO of OCBC Bank. So there's a lot of talent that is available in the organization that can help. And sometimes it's, I always say this, the reaching out for assistance is actually a sign of confidence. All right? A sign of weakness is when you make a decision and you have no idea what the heck you're doing. Right? That is actually a sign of weakness. So if you need help, ask for it, and you will be better off for it. So it's a very roundabout way of answering you. I hope I've given you more of the principles that I follow as opposed to sort of a generic answer. But at the end of the day, follow your heart on what's, does it pass the ethics test? Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing anything that is, against law or regulation? Right? Those are the most fundamental kind of questions you have to ask yourself. And then it is, for us as corporate management, it is, am I acting in the best interest of the customer? Am I acting in the best interest of the shareholder? Am I acting in the best interest of my distribution partner? Right? And there are circumstances where sometimes there are conflicts, and you have to try to figure that one out. Right? So hopefully I gave you some insight. Thank you.
Intern from IP9 as well. So I have a question for Mr. Kim Huat. So you talk about good working habits, right? So as a newbie in this business, I have a lot of bad habits. So what are some of the good habits that you can share with us so that we can replace our bad habits with? Yeah.
My friend, I think bad guy will make it in insurance. Yeah. Okay, you see, the thing is like that. We're talking about working smart. To be frank, do you think that your habits is like that? So you have to understand about what they call it. How are you going to utilize your time? You see the point? You see, it doesn't mean that you have to follow my way. I'm talking about good working habits. Means some people got a systematic way of working. Okay, I give example. Let's say maybe I'll kick off at 10 o'clock in the morning instead of 7 o'clock. Okay, but my ending point will be maybe 1 to 2 o'clock. Okay, it's a quality time, you see. Okay, now presently what I'm trying to tell you is my working habits from 7 o'clock to at night 12 o'clock. But in between that, I don't work every day, But sometimes when I got nothing to do, I go visit my friends. I go shopping. I go get to know new people, play a lot of games, play golf. You see the point? So you see, the thing is what is change you have to believe in. That you have to think, start to think now is. You have to believe that when this thing comes for you, you have to change. You see the point, you have to change. That's why God is very fair. God give us a mouth to ask. When you don't know, you ask. Right? When people talk, you want to listen, then you learn. Then you see, then you think. Right? So these are all very, very important. But who can help you? Only yourself. So if you want to find out more, you buy me coffee. Then okay, I will talk to you more about it. Right?
Thank you.
last questions?
You know, there are a lot of challenges selling your business. What are the challenges that you face?
It's a long process. Anyway, yeah, the problem is underwriting is one of the factors. Okay, I think as far as concerned, many people, those people that can afford big premium, those people around above age of 45 and above. Okay, but unlike Michael is one of the stars, different. Okay, so okay, so you see, so those people that I just this morning I just submitted my year 1 million additional coverage. It's because Great Eastern Life have actually removed my health insurance. Okay, so I spoke to Chuan. He told me that why don't you take this opportunity to increase to 2 million, because at the end of the day, 5 years from now, I might not be in the same health condition. Yeah, yeah. So I woke up the whole thing. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I hope that the underwriting department will not so-called underwrite in a different way, because the amount is different now. It's not 1 million, it's 2 million. Total coverage I have is about 3.1 million. Yeah. Okay, so now the thing is like that, is underwriting the side is the problem, and then the so-called those people that can afford big premium are those people who is around age of 45 to 60 years old. So those people around 60 years old, you don't expect that what they call the medical report will come out perfectly. I think 80%. I think to me personally, I feel that should be okay. But I'm facing this challenge because underwriting the part is always. Everybody don't want to make mistakes, so they are very careful. So when they are very careful, the time they start to call for many further reports or maybe reassurance, so-called their opinion and all that. That's what will cause the delay